Welcome to another sensational edition of the BFNL Footy Show. My name's Yendi, always excited to be with you. I'm here with another superstar who's doing some great work with us, Gussie K. Thanks for joining us, mate.
Thanks for having me. So let's get stuck into the first game, Lakers v Melton South. Thoughts on this one?
Look, it was a tough game, mate. Quite windy and cold conditions. The Fev show was definitely on display, mate. And
So he didn't struggle, did he, Fevolution?
No, he didn't. But believe it or not, mate, he did start the game in the guts, straight in the middle.
Really?
What's your take on that?
Bit odd, but great.
Yeah, he had an impact on the game. And the theory was, I was speaking to a few people involved, that if he starts in the middle and wins the contest down, he'll kick the ball long into the goal square and hopefully something happens. But the best thing about that move is, and people sort of question it, but he'll push forward.
Kick some goals.
Yeah, he won't play in the midfield for the entire game as soon as that centre bounce is done. So Favola did kick 6 goals from 6 set shots, but I guess the key talking point was that South did waste a few opportunities, and the Lakers, they set up the game in the third term where they kicked 7 goals, 4 into the breeze, and nothing like the home team knowing how to use the wind at their home ground, mate.
Yeah, exactly. So City v Sabas, so a great win for City. Dominating the third term, premiership quarter, came out, dominated, and that's how they won the game.
Yeah, it was a good effort there by City to get their second win of the season since Anzac Day. I guess we're talking about Melton South. That was the last time City did secure a big win. McCartan kicked 4 goals for the winners. Sebas were up by 3 points at quarter time, 3 points at half time, and then, as you say, that magical third term, they went away and scored, kicked away to a big lead. Interesting stat though, and I like it. Both teams kicked 4 goals in the final term, just to make it a bit more interesting.
So that third term cost Sebastian, didn't it? Massively.
It did, yeah. Down at the Eureka Stadium, down at the Mars Oval, what they call it now, which is fantastic. So. It's certainly a big effort there by City, hopefully enough to sort of get their confidence back on board. Gussie.
So next game, Melton v East Point. So a good win for Melton by 8 points over East Point. Yeah,
exciting game this one. Melton did come from behind in the final term. They led by 5 points at quarter time. The Roos kicked 5 goals to 2 in the second term to lead at half time, which they did sort of hold that margin to the third term, and then the Bloods come away, kicked 4-3 to 4 points, mate. And
jeez, that cost them.
It did. It was a bit unfortunate there for East Point. It goes to show the strength of the Bloods to be able to hold their opponents goalless and still manage to put a few on the board themselves. But the Bloods were serviced by a player that kicked a few goals, Gussie.
Beautiful.
And that was a sensational performance there by Braden Kite. Good to see him step up. McDougall kicked 5 goals, so we did have a few players stepping up. The win for Melton moves them up to 6th position. The South drops out of the top 6. They slip into 7th, and East Point slip into 8th. And unfortunately, Jamison, mate, didn't play. He was named on the emergency list, mate, but did not get the
that's a shame for the fans, isn't it?
Absolutely. No doubt a few extra Carlton fans would have gone down there to enjoy the day. But he would have made a big difference as well, particularly would have shut down Kite. But a great win there for Melton, a character-building one. Now they've got that self-belief now moving forward that they can win these games. They've got a tough draw heading home in the top in the run home towards the finals. So if they can win this game, or win another couple of games further down the track, who knows what will happen.
So Bacchus Smash bet Ballarat by a big margin in the end by the looks of it.
Yeah, they certainly run away with that one. The Cobras, there was only 1 point in it at half time.
Only 1 point, jeez.
It was a nice close one, but
costly.
Back kicking's bad footy too. Bacchus Marsh, they had I think 6 goals, 11 on the board at half time, mate. So it wasn't overly flashed by them. Good pressure there from Ballarat. But Ballarat, who were in the bottom half of the ladder, they did lead at quarter time. It was at 5 goals to 3, so they were looking quite good. And they've had that. They were coming on the back of really pushing Darley as well, mate. And as you know, with footy, if you're only as good as your last quarter, and they did take Darley to the sword in the previous week, so they come out, continued that momentum, led the way against the premiership contender. Unfortunately for them, it wasn't to be, as Marsh kicked 7-6 to 1 goal in the final term. Great work by Hamish Coulton there for the Marsh. He kicked 5 goals. Nick O'Farrell has been a sensational touch for the Swans. He kicked 4.
And the last game of the weekend, Darley lost.
Yeah, I think
Dan.
It was a tough game, I think. On paper, many would have been predicting that this was going to be... Yeah, a bit closer. And but if we were going to see this sort of margin, there's some of those analysing the game last week thought if it was either going to be close with Redan maybe winning or just going down, or Darley kicking away. I don't think Redan have sort of picked the third of two options here when that was sort of discussed, and that is congratulations to them winning that one by 39 points. It was 95 to 56.
And once again, it was the third term as well that helped the win for Redan in the end. Quarter.
And that's what it's all about. I think we're seeing that the common thing in a lot of these games so far that we've sort of looked at. We looked at what happened with Lake Windaree. The game was set up in the third term. North Ballarat City, the game was set up in the third term. Melton, to a degree, held firm against East Point in the third term. Bacchus Marsh kicked away in the third term, and the Redan, well, when you hold Darley scoreless and go on and kick a couple of goals, that's pretty impressive.
Pretty handy, isn't it?
So we've seen 5 big games over the course of round 10, and they're all been quite close, Gussie, and in terms of that vote, well, the common thing they've had the third term there, and we've seen a few upsets there. Great win to Melton. Not too many people would have picked that. They're back in the race for the top 6, which is where they want to be. Gussie, it's been an exciting round of footy.
It has, hasn't it? Ripper.
We look forward to catching up with you guys later on in the week as we look to dissect and pick apart and preview round 11 of the BFNL Footy Show.